To grow up with the name Tiffany Trump,
Yes.
that's not easy.
It's all I know. I'm so happy to be Tiffany Trump.
Before Tiffany Trump received unprecedented attention during her father Donald's campaign for President of the United States of America.
Please excuse me if I'm a little nervous.
Before the Donald was elected president, and searches for Tiffany Trump skyrocketed on Pornhub by over 9,000%.
They added that Tiffany Trump was searched over 20,000 times in the last 24 hours.
Before dodging a kiss from her daughter-loving father.
One of those events where grading the conversation we just saw.
Before she teamed up with Sprite and Logic to put out the song Like a Bird. Sorry, that's the Nelly Furtado song of the same name. Let's roll the Tiffany Trump song. Earmuffs, people. Earmuffs. Tiffany Trump is the only child of Marla Maples, the Donald's second wife. For most of her life, she was raised primarily by her single mother, unlike her half-siblings who grew up much closer to the Donald Jr., Eric Barron, and of course, Ivanka, who might just be Donald's favorite daughter.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Although to be fair, he said plenty of affectionate things about Tiffany as well.
She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
Yeesh. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life of Tiffany Trump prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. We've covered other Trumps in the past, including Donald, Ivanka, and Melania, but let us know in the comments down below who you want us to document next. Also, let me know if you'd hit it.
You're not in the family business yet. You're still studying
for the... I just graduated in May, so...
Yes, are you interested?
Of course I'm interested. I think I'm applying to law school, though, so...
Tiffany Ariana Trump was born on October 13th, 1993 in West Palm Beach, Florida. The only child of Marla Maples and Donald Trump. Before she was even born, she inspired her mother to design a line of maternity clothes, which were sold in a number of major department stores. Speaking of which, Tiffany was actually named after the jewelry retailer Tiffany & Co. Why? Well, back in 1979, Donald had purchased the air rights over the Tiffany flagship store on Fifth Avenue in order to build Trump Tower. Either that, or she was named after the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, because I could see the Donald liking Mickey Rooney in that movie a lot.
I am definitely this time going to call in the police!
Actually, a lot of the Trump kids have stories behind their names. Eric's middle name is Fred, after Donald's father. Barron is named after Donald's alias, John Barron. Ivanka was named after the woman Donald was sleeping with at the time. And Donald Jr., well, I'm not sure where he gets his name from. I guess it's the exception that proves the rule. Although Tiffany's parents had been dating since 1989, they would not marry until 2 months after her birth in December of 1993 at New York City Plaza Hotel. The wedding was attended by 1,000 guests, including alleged murderer O.J. Simpson and Rosie O'Donnell, who Trump would later have some choice words for.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her, she's a slob. She talks like a truck driver. I'd like to take some money out of her fat ass pockets. Rosie, I mean, I'd look her right in that fat ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired.
Rosie's a loser. You know it, and I know it.
If you're listening, Kelly, and I'm sure you are, you can do much better. You can't look worse than Rosie.
Before Tiffany had reached the age of 4, Marla and Donald separated and would divorce 2 years later in 1999.
Do you find him to be controlling?
I think when you're in a relationship, either person can't really control. I'm very honest. I mean, he'll tell you, I definitely speak my mind.
Tiffany then moved out to California with her mother and attended Viewpoint School in Calabasas. The Donald helped support her financially at the time, but Marla raised her as a single parent. While Tiffany's step-siblings remained steps away from the paparazzi at all times, her own upbringing happened far from the spotlight. In fact, Business Insider reported in mid-2015 that Tiffany didn't even have a Wikipedia page at the time of that 2015 report. That's crazy. After graduating high school, Tiffany moved back to the East Coast to attend the University of Pennsylvania, the alma mater of several others in the Trump family. In spring of 2013, Tiffany got an internship at Vogue, thanks in part to her half-sister Ivanka's connections. Around this time, she released the single Like a Bird. Since you heard that song in the intro of this video, you won't be surprised that she retreated from music after that, turning her attention to other interests. In 2016, she modeled for Andrew Warren during New York Fashion Week, and since graduating university with a double major in sociology and urban studies, she has applied to law school. Being a Trump, it's no surprise that she's been pulled into the Donald's political activities. She joined her father and half-siblings on the campaign trail, and even spoke at the 2016 Republican National Convention.
My father is so friendly, so considerate, so funny, and so real.
Despite not having a Wikipedia page back in 2015, Tiffany is pretty active on Twitter and Instagram, where you can find pictures of her and her friends, who have been dubbed the rich kids of Instagram and the Snap Pack. The group includes Kyra Kennedy, Gaia Matisse, and EJ Johnson. You can also find pictures of her with her boyfriend, Roz Mechanic, who is a registered Democrat. Sorry, Donald. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see, or you know it, because this is Before They're Famous. My name is Michael Crudden, and we do all sorts of tremendous bios here on this channel, so if you want to see the best bios, subscribe to this fantastic channel. I mean, just look at what's happening on this channel, just look at it, it's a winner. And other bio channels are losers by comparison.
That's all, folks.